So guys, today in this video, I'm actually going to show you a very interesting scenario that could be unfolding next for Bitcoin and also for Ethereum, because right now, if you monitor this price movement of Ethereum and also here of Bitcoin, both are flashing a very interesting scenario, and we also want to know what could be playing out next. So first we are going to look at price action of Bitcoin, and then we are going to switch into Ethereum price action. Just like yesterday guys, I'm actually going to stick to this reacting phase from Wyckoff with uprise until proven wrong. Why? Because I said you very loud and clear that the price of Bitcoin here is still in a reacting phase. I know many are disagreeing with this, and many also want to show me the distribution phase from Wyckoff. Yes, we can talk about this. If the price of Bitcoin is going to fail to find support at this 50 exponential moving average, if that's going to happen, then guys, we are going to talk about this distribution phase. But so far, this here for me is still an reacting phase with uprise. I'm not saying if this has to unfold, but this is just one scenario what I personally think could be playing out next, because right now the price where we are hovering is this green line, and this green line is around 56,700 price level. And now since the price of Bitcoin is above this green line, this 21 exponential moving average, if we are finding support above that, it's good, because this is still a reacting phase. And even if we are going to see a pullback, we know unless the price is not breaking below this 50 exponential moving average, we are expecting a move here in this manner, because I've already said you guys, this is a reacting phase with uprise from Wyckoff, and we also talked about this example here on my yesterday's video. You can see there are different type of reaccumulation example from Wyckoff, but the strongest one among these all three example is this one here. This is exactly what we are also seeing here. And I also said to you guys that even if this price is going to see another rejection and pullback, we know this 50 exponential moving average sitting around 53,000 is going to be a very strong support, and we are still going to look at this as a reacting phase unless the price fails below this 50 exponential moving average. Not just only at this in a daily time frame, but also here in a 4-hour time frame. Let me show you one more time. So yesterday we did talk about this one scenario here in a 4-hour time frame. I said you guys, since the price of Bitcoin was forming this very nice symmetrical triangle type of scenario, so since we were approaching the lower line area of the symmetrical triangle, we said, hey, the price of Bitcoin could be seeing a bounce very soon. Why? Because if you look at this price structure here, every time when we had this move here, a new impulsive move started, this impulsive move ended, and price saw a pullback towards the lower line area of the symmetrical triangle. We found the support at the lower line area, had a really nice move again in an upper direction, found rejection from the upper line area of the symmetrical triangle, and again a pullback. And this pullback also ended exactly after reaching the lower line area of this symmetrical triangle. Again a new impulsive move. This new impulsive move ended after again finding a strong rejection from this upper line area, and now we are witnessing this price pullback type of scenario. And I also said to you guys yesterday, if this pullback is going to continue, we are focusing around the lower line area of this symmetrical triangle. And now if we go back here guys and look at the past Bitcoin price action from November and December 2020, you will see pretty similar scenario also unfolded here. I mean, if you monitor this price movement here, you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin was also forming a very nice symmetrical triangle type of scenario here, right? So now if you monitor this price movement, pretty similar to ours. I mean, impulsive move started here, a pullback, and this pullback ended exactly after reaching the lower line area of the symmetrical triangle. And again we had a really nice move here in an upper direction. This impulsive move ended again after reaching the upper line area of the symmetrical triangle, and again we witnessed this price pullback. This price pullback came back to the lower line area of the symmetrical triangle, and now this is pretty similar scenario what we are also witnessing with price action Bitcoin, because if you monitor this price movement here from 2020 and now in current Bitcoin price action, you can see pretty similar scenarios also unfolding here. This here led to a really impulsive move in an upper direction. That's why I said you guys, according to our previous example from this reacting phase from Wyckoff, even if we are going to see any sort of a pullback towards the lower line area, we should be absolutely fine, because you can see here this price structure here, even if we are going to see a pullback, this lower line is going to act as a very strong support, and then we could see a potential move here in an upper direction. And not just only this example, I also included this one scenario here with the inverse head and shoulder. If you have watched my video from yesterday, because I said you guys, the price of Bitcoin could be forming inverse head and shoulder around this particular area. Why? Because you can see here, this does looks like a very nice left shoulder. This here is a head, and then the right shoulder was actually in formation. I mean, the price pullback here could be actually showing us that, hey, now this here is a very nice inverse head and shoulder type of scenario. So if we are able to break out of this neckline area, then our upward price target is going to be from neck till the head area. So in that case, we are focusing around this 68,700 to 68,900 price level. The reason why I'm actually showing you this neckline area and why it's so important to break is because you can see here. Let's go back again at this example. If you look at this impulsive move here in an upper direction, what you can do is you can use this Fibonacci extension from this swing low till this swing high, because we want to see the potential upward price target. And if that's going to continue, where are we actually focusing? Because you can see here, when this impulsive move started, this impulsive move ended exactly after reaching the 0.5 Fibonacci extension level. We got a very strong rejection before we had an actual price breakout. And now, if you look in our case, you will see a pretty similar scenario, guys. I mean, now let's add this Fibonacci extension from this swing low till this swing high, right? And look at this price retracement level. You can see, guys, this one here, neckline, this is also exactly where this 0.5 Fibonacci extension level is at. So now this is also one area we had a plenty of rejection in the past Bitcoin price action. You can see that very clearly. So if the price of Bitcoin is going to break 60,000 price level this time and find support above it, guys, then this price movement could turn very, very parabolic. And I'm actually going to expect this move here towards this 69,000 to 65,000 price level. So this here is what I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame and also here in a 4-hour time frame. As I've already said, any sort of a pullback, we are still okay to see price again retesting the lower line area of this symmetrical triangle, because after that we could still form another move here in an upper direction in this manner, guys. So this is what I see right now for Bitcoin. Now let's also have a quick look at Ether price action. So now if we look at this price action of Ether starting in a weekly time frame, you can see very, very clearly what is the price of Ether doing at this current stage. This here was the previous high structure. When the price of Ether broke out of this previous high structure, we had a really nice move in an upper direction. We had a price pullback, price came back to retest the previous high structure, found support, another impulsive move started after that. And now if we look at this current structure here from Ether in a weekly time frame, guys, you can see a very, very similar scenario playing out just like here. Why? Because you can see here, when the price of Ether broke out of this previous high structure, right, we had a move here, and now this price pullback, what we are witnessing or what we saw from yesterday, also ended exactly at the previous temporary resistance line. This line here was acting as a very, very strong resistance line, which was around 1950 price level. When we had this pullback yesterday, Ether found support. So if this support is going to be there, then the price of Ether could be slowly again starting its move here in an upper direction. Why? Because doesn't matter how you actually look at this price structure, guys, you can simply add this rising channel here, right, and look at the price structure, because you can still see we do have some more space here to move in an upper direction. And if this is not going to play as an ascending channel and you are looking at this as a, let's say, ascending triangle, then you can still see price has broken out of this upper line area, right, which acted as a resistance. And when we had this price pullback yesterday, the same line which previously acted as a resistance acted as a support. So now this is also showing us the price of Ether has come back to retest the previous temporary resistance line, and now it's also finding support, which is a very, very good sign, because if the support is going to be there, guys, then we could see another impulsive move here in an upper direction in the upcoming days. Because this here, this ascending triangle, or you can also see this as a double bottom type of scenario, which I talked on my previous video. I said, you guys, neckline has already been broken, guys. This here is a retest of the neckline. So this is actually not a bearish scenario to me, according to my analysis. So in a bigger time frame, you can see the price of Ether does looks very bullish, and in a daily time frame, you can see this ascending broadening wedge scenario, symmetrical triangle scenario, double bottom type of scenario, all three scenario are actually a bullish scenario. Along with this indicator, you can see here to the downside, RSI is strong. I mean, it is still above 50 level, and this MACD is still a bullish MACD cross. Now we can see this price level is also actually showing a very interesting scenario. Why? With this weekly time frame flashing a bullish scenario, and now also in a daily time frame, the neckline was tested again, right? You can see this was the neckline area of this double bottom here to the downside. We had a really nice price movement here, double bottom type of scenario, broke out of it, came back to retest it. So if this support is going to be there, we are still focusing around this 2350 as a upward potential price target level. And also, if this is going to see some more price pullback, it is still okay, because we know this upper line area also acted as a resistance, and this was actually a symmetrical triangle type of scenario. So if we are going to see again a pullback which is below 1900 and going to stick around this 1850, 1900, then this is also fine, because we are coming back to retest the previous temporary line, and after that we could still be looking here in an upward direction. In that case, 2440 is my potential upward target level. So as long as this indicator are still flashing a bullish scenario, guys, we are not going to look at this price action as a bearish price reversal, as I've already said you plenty of time. So this is what I see right now looking at the price action of Ether in a weekly time frame and also in a daily time frame. Let's also have a quick look at this in a 4-hour time frame. So in a 4-hour time frame, guys, you can see very clearly, if I use this Fibonacci extension from this swing low till this swing high, the reason we are still using this Fibonacci extension level is because we are focusing more on an upward price movement, guys. Please keep this in mind. And right now, as you can see, this 0.618 is where we could be finding a very strong support line. Why? Because you can see yesterday when we had this price pullback ended exactly at this 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is around 1952. And now we know any sort of a price pullback, this again, the 1950 is going to hold the price, and it's also going to be one very strong support for Ether. Another upward price target for now in a 4-hour time frame, it's going to be around 2060 price level, which is 0.786 Fibonacci extension level. Right now the price of Ether is around 2030, but we know around this 2070 this is going to be a very strong resistance line again to the upside. So I'm actually expecting more a move here in between this line. I mean a rejection from this upper line, again hovering in between before price again starts moving here in an upper direction. So these are some of the scenario I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.